What up, guys? It's girl Alexis, aka Thunder Retro. This is my third episode of Retro Talks. Today I'm going to be talking about something very, very serious. I'm going to be talking about the George Floyd situation, also racism in America in general, and my thoughts on everything. So let's get into the video. Now, I filmed this video earlier, but as I was filming the video, my phone started going off like really, really loud. And at first I thought it was an Amber Alert, but it was louder than Amber Alert. So when I looked, my city actually went, I live in Columbus, and we went on a state of emergency because of the protests and stuff that was going on. They've been protesting for 3 days in Columbus, and I know they've been protesting all over in like LA, New York, Texas. They protesting basically almost everywhere. So now we have a curfew in Columbus where you have to be in the house. The curfew is basically from 10 p.m. to 6 o'clock, and that started today. On the 30th. That started today on the 30th. So when I was filming that video, I actually had to stop to go watch the news with my mom. My mom was, had to turn the news on, so we was watching the news. So I kind of wanted to speak on, I was thinking about, like, do I want to speak on this situation and everything like that? And I was like, yeah, because I feel like if I don't speak on the situation, I'm going to feel like I didn't really use my platform for the right things. Like, I started Retro Talks where I can talk about serious things in the world. And I know this is might be a very uncomfortable situation for some people to talk about, but I feel like definitely as a black woman, for me not to just say anything will be stupid on my part. So I kind of just want to speak on that. First of all, I want to just send my love and prayers to George Floyd family, and I'm just so very, very sorry for you guys' loss. This was ridiculous, what that cop did. I'm not going to even say his name on my channel. I'm not even saying that man's name on my channel that did that to George for no reason. It's sad that this has been happening so much in America, where black people, black men and women and children have been getting killed just for simply being black. When I watched that video, when I said that really traumatized me, I really was like seeing that video in my like dreams, like that, the way George crying out for his life, and he had other people there as the situation was happening. It was people there telling that cop to get off George's neck, and the other cops were just holding him back, trying to hold people back. And he had that man crying out for his life. He had people crying out for that man's life, trying to help him. And that cop was just sitting there like it was nothing. Like, and then to try to turn in and say that man had a health condition like that. But even if he did have health conditions, what that man sat there with his knee on that George's neck. Y'all not gonna sit in my face and tell me that man didn't kill that man. He killed that man in broad daylight. If that was the other way around and a black man did that, they would have been in jail. And I'm glad that man got charged, but he should have got charged with a higher, he shouldn't have got charged with a higher charge than he got. And they needed to charge them other 3 guys too that was there, and they allowed that man to kill that man. They sat there and just did nothing. Whatever. Was crying out for his life. That is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And to be honest with you, I never did like the cops. I never liked the cops a day in my life. I remember the first time I ever had like a situation with the cops when I was like 17. I'm gonna tell you guys the story. It's nothing too bad, but it just made this but it low-key did traumatize me, and this made me definitely didn't like cops after this. So basically, when I was in 11th and 12th grade, I did a career center, and basically a career center is it's like a program that you can pick. It's different career centers that we have in my city. The one that I picked was a performing arts school. I was doing audio production, and basically I would go to my career center half a day and my home school half the day. So this happened when I was in 11th grade. I would go to my career center first in the morning time, and in the afternoon I would go to my home school. And then 12th grade was the opposite way. I would go to my home school in the morning, then the career center afternoon. Sorry guys, I had to switch my camera battery. So I was going to this career center and my regular school half the day. So basically, my home school was a year-round school, meaning we started school in July, and regular schools started school in either August or September. So since I was going to 2 different schools, I had 2 different school schedules. And this was during the winter time. So because our school, since we started school earlier, we had longer winter breaks, you know, Christmas breaks, Thanksgiving breaks, instead of like, because how like basically how like regular school would have like 2 months off for summer break, we had maybe like, you know, like a month off for summer, but we would have like a whole month off for winter time, and they would have like maybe like a week or 2 for winter. So we had longer Christmas breaks, winter breaks, and different things like that to make up for us going to school basically in the summertime. So my home school basically was just coming back from winter break. It was the first day back. And my career center, we've been going to school for like maybe a week or 2 already, or something like that. So what happened was that I asked my mom, can I come home to watch my nephew, because I thought my mom had to go to the doctor that day, and my dad was taking her. So I asked her, can I come home after I get off my career center? Can I just come home? And my mom was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. You just go to school the next day, because a lot of times you don't have to go. When you go back to school on the first day from a break, you're not really going to do that much work. So, and it was snowing a lot, and I just wanted to go home. So my mom was like, that's fine. But I asked her before I even went to school that day. So my mom knew about it. She was fine with it. Wasn't a big deal. So mind you, career center's over. I catch the Coda bus home, and it's 2 bus stops that I get off at to basically walk to my house. And I got off a bus stop, and something in my gut was telling me not to get off the bus, but I don't know why. But it was telling me like not to get off, but I was just ready to go home, because mind you, it was still very cold outside. I'm cold. I just want to go home and relax and whatever. So I get off the bus. I'm walking. I see a cop car pull up to me. Mind you, I'm like 17-year-old. I'm this awkward kid. I was one of those kids. I went to school. I did my work. I tried to stay out of trouble. So I'm like scared. A cop car pulling up to me. And basically, it was like the truancy police. They're not like necessarily real police, but they're still police officers that try to get like kids that are like, they're trying to catch kids that are sneaking out of school or something like that. So basically, there was accusing me of like sneaking out of school. So they basically stopped me and asked me how old I am. And I'm like, I'm 17. I tried to explain to them, like, look, I live literally down the block. My mom knows I'm coming home. I explained the whole story to them about how I go to 2 different schools and my schedule. I explained all that to them. And I'm like, hey, can you just call my mom? And can you just drive me home if I can't walk home? And they was like, no, if you're under 18 years old, you have to have a note with you saying that your parents know that you're out, because we can just say that you're just basically trying to say I'm skipping school. And I'm trying to explain to them, but they're not really listening to me. And mind you, I'm scared. I'm thinking about running away, because I'm like, in this real life, I don't know what's going on. So basically, I just like, it made me get in the cop car. So I had to get in the cop car. So, and they asking me a whole bunch of questions, trying to be funny, like, oh, this is your first time in a cop car. And mind you, I was a very like reserved, quiet, awkward kid. I'm probably more outgoing now that I'm in my 20s than I was back then. And I didn't like talking to strangers, let alone people. A cop, I'm in the back of a cop car for the first time. I don't know what's going on in my life. They're trying to talk to me, trying to be funny, and I'm not really trying to answer them. So basically, they drive me to this place that's not that far away from where we were at. It's basically a place that they take kids that get suspended in school. So where I'm from, in my state, there's 3 different things about getting suspended. They have a regular suspended, when, say if you get suspended from school for 3 days, you have to stay home for 3 days, and you could come back to school after those 3 days are over. If you get an in-school suspension, they take you to this place, and they make you be there for a week, and it's basically they have these people working with the kids, basically asking them questions like, you know, what's going on at home, at school, trying to figure out why the kids get in trouble so much. So that's what they basically took to the in-school suspension place. And then you have expel. If you get expelled from school, it means that you can't come back to that school no more. And sometimes you might not even be able to go to school, not even that district. Like sometimes you get expelled from public school, that means you have to go to private school now. So it's different things like that. So the place they took me was this in-school suspension place. So mind you, don't know where I'm at. So they take me there. I'm walking there, and it's this guy. And he's basically trying to be funny because at the time I had like these really huge like cross earrings, and they had like fake rhinestones on them, because at the time I was trying to like, you know, step my style up, you know, because I'm in 11th grade. I had just turned 17 in September. It was December now. So I'm just trying to find my style and just, you know, you guys look at my hair right now. You know, I love just doing different cool little things like that. So basically, the man was basically making fun of my earrings, talking about I look like a vampire, and basically just talking down to me and just saying stupid stuff. And then it made me feel like this paper asked me, do I get bullied at school, if I have problems at home. And the whole time it was just so weird, because it was just like, it was like a whole bunch of black kids in there. It maybe had like maybe one white kid, mixed kid. And I remember this one boy coming in, and basically they were just talking real down to him, talking about, oh, you're getting in trouble again. Your mom's a single mom. She had to come get you. Da da da. Basically embarrassing him in front of all these kids, and they were basically just talking bad about these kids. And it was just a weird situation. Mind you, I called my mom. My mom's actually at home. My dad had to go to work, and my mom's at home. My little nephew, my nephew was like a little kid at the time. My mom's at home, my dad's at work, so I had to call my godparents. My godparents live on the other side of town from us. They used to live on the same town, but they live on the other side of town. I have to call them, explain to them what happened. So this whole time I'm freaking out, because I don't want nobody getting mad at me thinking I did anything wrong. So the whole time I'm freaking out. And when I said I sat there at this desk by myself, all the other kids are right here. The one boy's right there. I filled the little paper out. I gave it back to the person. I sat there and I stared. I stand out that window just staring for my godparents. And when my godparents came, I literally yelled and I waved at them to come in the building, basically. So they come in and they say, yeah, she has to go to this workshop, da 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 da. They make me go to this type of workshop thing, and I'm like, basically they made me feel like I was like some type of horrible criminal person. And this whole situation was weird, so I had to go back to school the next day, and I was so upset. I told my teacher and my friends at my career center about it, and they was like, what? That's crazy, da 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 da. I'm like, I know. So basically, mind you, it was still winter time during that time. So it was my second day supposed to go back to my home school, and I didn't even really want to go because I was so like upset about what happened the day before. I was just really wanted to go home. I didn't even want to go to school that day. So I called mom, like, Mom, can I please come home? Like, the weather is bad. I'm not really feeling this. I don't want to go to school. But the situation is bothering me, whatever. So my mom was like, sure, you can come home. Make sure you don't get off at that bus stop. Get off at the next bus stop. So I did. I actually came home the second day, the same time, got off the bus, and walked home with no problem. And I'm glad I did come home, because my brother ended up coming home early that day, because he go to the same schools I did, the home school, because they got off early because of it was snowing so bad that let the kids go home early. So fast forward to, I think, a month later, I had to go to this little program thing, and the person in my family had to take me. They thought they could just drop me off and they can leave, but they had to stay. So the whole time in this program, it was this man talking about how he started this program because he would go to the mall and he would just see like kids in the mall just hanging around. So he just wanted to start this program. So basically, if the cops see kids on the street, they just make them come, you know, pick them up off the street. And don't even ask the kids what's going on, because I had asked some people in my family, have this ever happened to them? And it's actually about 3 people that I think, and I talked to my family, that had got caught by the truancy people. But one person in my family was actually walking to school with her friend, and they made them go. So it's just like they don't even ask the kids why they're out or nothing like that. So it's just a weird situation. And then they had every kid go around explaining why they basically got picked up by the cops or whatever. And every kid had a valid reason why they were like not in school. They had definitely valid reasons. And even this one girl, was her and her cousin, the girl saying that somebody had got hurt in their family or their friends, and the girl was crying. So the girl was basically walking her cousin back home, and then they had got caught by the people. And it was just sad, because they was trying to make every kid feel bad about themselves. And at the end, they was you had to basically go around saying that you did wrong, They're basically trying to force you to say that you was wrong and you should have been in school, da 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 da. The person that I was with, my family, said when they get to you, you don't say that. Say that you didn't do anything wrong. Your mom knew you was coming home. And basically that's what I said. I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. My mom knew I was coming home. I'm fine, da da da. And the people were so mad, you shouldn't have saw their face. Like they just looked like they were so angry because they were trying to force the kids to say that they did something wrong when they really didn't. And basically they gave like this like little certificate thing. It was such a weird experience, and it low-key traumatized me. It wasn't as bad as what some people went through, but it was just a weird thing that they didn't believe my story. It's like more sort of thing like, and I feel like just being a black person, and maybe even I guess the way that I was dressed, because I had regular clothes on, but my earrings were like huge and probably just like stereotyping me. And just like, they didn't even give me a chance. They just automatically thought I was a liar when I wasn't. And that experience kind of triggered me. But I don't even like thinking about that because it was just like, it was such a weird experience. Because what if I would have ran away from them people? What they would have done? You never know what they would have done if I would have ran away. You know what I'm saying? Because just think about it. You're a 17-year-old awkward kid and you were just minding your business, walking home, and 2 cops pull you over on the street telling you to get into the cop car because they gotta take you away because you're not supposed to be out. How would you feel? What would you would have done? I really thought about running, and people in my family said they're glad that I did not run, but I really thought about that because I've never been in that situation before, and it was so uncomfortable. And every time I see cops in public, I try to avoid them at all costs. Like if I see them, even in the grocery store, if I see them, I try to walk the other way. I don't even try to make eye contact with these people. And I'm like, so I know how cops are, and I've seen so many black people get killed over the years on the news by cops and just racist white people in general. And I just think, like, even with a lot of protesting that's going on right now, even in my city, they've been protesting for 3 days now, and it got really, really bad today. So now we have to have a curfew. So the curfew is basically 10 p.m. to 6 o'clock in the morning. But I also seen a lot of videos of people showing that undercover cops or just young white people are being the ones that have been looting and the ones that have been breaking down stuff. And basically all the other protesters or the black people are getting blamed for it when they're not doing nothing wrong. And I think that's messed up also, that we're not even doing anything. We're like, people are out there trying to be peaceful, protesting, and other people are making it bad and they're getting blamed on it. And I just think that's kind of messed up also. But this is the world that we live in. It's the sad reality of the world that we live in. And it's just one of those things, will racism ever stop? I think that one thing I said, that 2020 was definitely, during this pandemic that's going on, 2020 is basically showing a lot of people's true colors. A lot of people's true colors are coming out this year, and it's hard not to see it. A lot of things are just happening this year that's just like, it's like, wow. It's like some people even saying that it's like living in a movie, but this is reality. And it's like, this is something else. Like, all of this that's happening right now is definitely going down in history books. Like, kids in the future are going to be reading about the stuff that is going on right now. And to be living while this stuff is going on, it's like, because every day is something different. It's just like, wow. I don't think nobody thought everybody was like 2020 is going to be the year. It's going to be a good year, 2020. I don't think nobody thought it was going to be like this. But anything people can say, at least people are not afraid to speak up for themselves anymore. I think people are sick and tired of, being silent. And even when black people will try to be nice about and explain to people what we go through, people will not take us serious. And I think this is why, I think people are just hurt. And people are tired of it, guys. You have to understand, when you have been treated like crap your whole life just for the color of your skin, you have to understand how hard it is for a lot of us black people on a regular day basis just to live a regular life and be judged and be, discriminated against and treated badly every day just because of the way we look. It is very frustrating. I understand where people are coming from with the anger and the sadness, because I feel it. It breaks my heart, to be honest with you. And then even going on with, I know a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying that celebrities need to start speaking out and stuff like that. And the way I feel about that is that I don't really care if celebrities say nothing or not. This is my thing. Hear me out. Because I've seen a lot of celebrities that out here using their platform for good, and I want to say thank you guys so much for actually not being afraid and speaking out on these things. But I'm not going to force celebrities to say anything, because this is how I feel. At the end of the day, they chose to be celebrities, like singers, dancers, rappers, actors. They didn't choose to be activists if they don't want to be. I'm not going to force them to, because the way I feel about it, if somebody really wanted to say something, they will say it. Because you can't sit here and say that you don't know, because this is all over social media, all over the news. Everybody named Mama know what's going on by now. So you can't sit here and say that you didn't know or da 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 da. Everybody named Mama knows about this, because the way I feel about it, if you have to bully somebody into saying something, that kind of mean they didn't say it because they genuinely felt like that. They just said something for they don't get canceled. You know what I'm saying? My thing is just like, if they can't support us, when they start dropping their movies and their music and all their merchandise, don't support them. Don't get mad at them. Don't bully them into saying anything. Let them stay silent. So when they start dropping their stuff and they want you to support them, you be silent then. Don't support like they can't support your life. Don't support their wallet. You know what I'm saying? Don't support their wallet at all. If they can't support you, don't support them. And that's that. And that's how I feel about the celebrities that don't want to say anything. Let them not say nothing. So when they want people to start buying their stuff, you don't say nothing to them. You don't buy their stuff. You know, forget that. Forget them if they can't say anything. For real, for real. That's how I feel. If y'all want to be like that, then shit, we can be like that too. It don't matter. And I just wanted to, you know, and my thing is like, do I think racism, whatever? Stop. I hope so. I hope that one day we all can just feel free to just live our lives and don't have to feel like I can't be the person I want to be because people going to attack me for just being who I am. I hope that we can get past that one day. And I really hope that if nothing happens in 2020, but what I think if nothing happens at all, I just hope that we can start making a change. And I think that this might be a wake-up call to a lot of people, that people are not going to take that crap anymore. People are tired. People are sick. People are sick of it. People are not going to take that crap anymore, guys. They're not. People are sick of being treated like crap. And for all the non-black people who are actually out here helping black people, I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. And all the black people out there too that are out here doing things, thank you guys also. And like I said, we all have a voice. That's one thing we have. We all can come together to speak for the people who have been silenced. We have to speak up for each other. We can have each other's back. That's something that we can do. Like I said, I'm a small YouTuber. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't have a lot of followers. I think on Twitter I got like 5 followers. But thank you for those 5 followers. I don't have many, you know, followers or subscribers. But I know that I can still use my voice, and I'm going to use my voice anyways, regardless of how many people I have watching. I do appreciate you guys that do take the time to watch my video. I appreciate you guys so much. And I just want to thank you guys also. And just, yeah, I just want, and all you guys that are out there protesting, I want you guys to be safe. Please be safe, guys. And also, guys, if you guys are going to be out there, please wear a mask, because we are still in a pandemic. And I do not want nobody getting sick. I don't want nobody getting hurt. And if you guys are out there, and if you guys just please try to be as safe as you can. And I just want to say I love you guys all so much. And like I always say, true yourself, live, blessed, be happy, but nice people, and deuces, baby.